Left-hand corner of the map, our red Terran player here, beginning this best of 5, is going to be Team Liquid's Cure. In the bottom right, our blue Protoss player from Dragon, Kaisi Gaming, we have ourselves a herO. Alrighty, my friends. Good to see you all. Thank you so much for joining us again. One final best of 5 of StarCraft 2 today. We do have the Zero Space Winter Bash coming up as well. Boy, the StarCraft 2 games, you know what? They started off with kind of quick, more one-sided series, and over time they've been getting a little bit better, and the last few have been absolute bangers. Like, absolute bangers. It's been kind of wild. That's hopefully been building all the way up to this one, which we're also hoping is hence an absolute banger. Yeah, is hoping that we get a great TVP series between Kira and herO as they fight to move into the top 6 of the competition. Engineering bit coming through, racks coming online, Cybercore is getting built, and we do have our probie of herO just in the upper left, having a little bit of a wander around, going to move back towards the main. We do have, again, there's the Marine coming up, the factory coming through, and that's going to be delayed ever so slightly, as SCV should turn back onto that. Obviously, you don't want to actually stop your factory producing for all too long. Let's have ourselves the probe and getting set up. Submarine comes out, chases that probe away, the reactor drops down on the barracks, and the factory will continue through as well. Next and the Cybercore both still building, and obviously with this engineering base block being spotted late, the choice is to just throw the Nexus down on the third base instead. So it's just going to throw that down over to that left-hand side. We do have our single probie pulling back over, where we're going to be seeing a Marine greeting and turning that probe back around. When is Gumiho Dark getting cast? Gumiho Dark will be tomorrow. Everything, all the rest of WardiTV 2023 is tomorrow. That's how it was scheduled originally. We've not changed any of the schedule. That's what the players are expecting as well. So that will be a factor too, as our couple of Hellions will start up on the factory, so we get that on the go. Again, barracks getting settled down there. Again, the warp gate is already coming up as well, so we bring that through too. Adept still chrono boosting along. And yeah, this Nexus just about to finish on the third from herO, so we get that rounded out. The Adept continues to shade out into the middle of the map as well. Adept will shade up to the top. Away we go. As we just have a couple more Hellions coming through. Manson is still building here from Kira in the natural as well. As Adept continues in towards this base right now, so Hellions come over. Again, Adept taking some damage, is going to be chased away. Adept will continue down the left-hand side, and the rest of these Hellions making their way across the map for the moment, so away they will go. Off they will advance. Hellions continue through, and again, another Adept just shading across here. Battery is about to finish. Hellions will pick off one Adept immediately, and now just going to dive into the rest of this mineral line. Oracle activating, first Hellion already being picked off as well. It's going to be seeing our couple of Hellions still being chased away. Just for the moment, so Hellions getting chased out, a couple of Marines, the barracks all coming through, that factory's going to relocate as well. And again, a couple of Adepts continue around that left-hand side. The Cyclones come back over, the Oracle's still getting chased about too. And it's a Phoenix that's on the way up as well for the moment. Stem back building, the Adepts try and get into the mineral line. The Hellions are there though, the Adept gets turned around also. And the defense so far good with the Oracle in the main base. Cyclone was out of position, secure, and struggled to get back in there. And obviously Cyclone too slow to keep on track, on top of the Oracle, so cannot do much with that. Oracle will just get turned away. SCV's lost, and again, overall, I guess herO is starting to find some bits of damage. Whoa! Calculated question mark? I don't think so. I think that was a... I don't want to say it was an F2, but it was a something. He pulls that Oracle right through the main base, right through the Cyclone, survives with 1 HP. I think that's a very fortunate Oracle from herO, as he makes a mistake and he gets away with it, only just. Obviously still punished by the fact it's going to be low HP for later, but that should have just been dead. That is... Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but it definitely feels like a bit of a mistake as Stimpak and Combat Shield on the way through. +1 attack is starting on the Engineering Bay as well. We do see the Oracle working around the left-hand side. So away we go. Back to where it just came from. It really does feel like that was maybe a hotkey mistake or so. Maybe he did just F2, but I don't know. It wasn't really a moment where you need to F2, right? Like, F2 is usually like a panic, like, oh crap, you know? But that wasn't really set up outside. Maybe just was hotkeyed in with the Phoenix still, and he didn't unhotkey it or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, right now the Cyclones come through, and they push the Phoenix back a little bit. Kua is going to continue off to the bottom side of the map, and is going to go on a little bit of an attack. Just have this attack moving forward, so you can again have the Adept continue to shade around a little bit. Phoenix joining up together. The battery is going to do some healing. Stalkers are there to shut that Hellion down as well. Marines and the Cyclone's going to be there. The Oracle gets turned around. The rest of the Phoenix going to come back up with that Oracle, just rejoining once again. So everything getting settled back once more. Stasis Ward is going to set up just to top this ramp as the Marines with the Cyclone or so supporting will be nearby to help just keep everything away. Phoenix still moving about. The Zealots and the Stalkers join up here. The Adepts as well. We are going to start making a bit of a dive into the natural expansion. Oh my goodness. Well, the Oracle dies almost immediately. The Phoenix is going to start getting picked off. I feel like this is not anywhere near what you need it to be. Just going to check hero's vision. Nope, he sees what we see. He does not see twice his army supply or anything like that. I just don't know what he was thinking. Does he just really think there was not? I just don't know what he was thinking. I can't say it more nicely. That just does not make any sense to me. Like, and not even just in terms of what the Terran had, but like in terms of what he had, he did not have a Zealot force in front of his army. He just ran in with like nothing. That was wild. And now look at Q. Because Q is more aware of the idea of what's trying to happen here, he's going to set up a bit more of a wall off, so he's going to get that established, and now his future defense is going to be even better. Now his hero maybe has the Zealot counter do something like this. His Phoenix count is low, the wall off is there, and now it really feels like there isn't the opportunity that maybe hero was looking for. +2 armor, Templar Archives on the way. He looks for a follow-up, but there's no third base, so this is all off 2 bases. Like, if you're on 2 bases, and you're on a 2 base all in, and you gotta commit, I get it, but that was not the moment to commit. Another Zealot warp in, maybe 2 cycles of Zealots, would have been the call. Like I say, that was not it at all. But the whole plan is to have, like, a lot of Zealots to be tanky at the front, and you go in with, like, 5 or 6? That was, yeah. that was not the play. Alright, Q, love where he's at, obviously, with no third of hero. Well, only just now a third base done from hero. They're going to morph in a couple of Archons here. The Phoenix is going to eat a Widowmine shot on the way over here. The 1 or 2 Marines actually going to shoot those Phoenix down. Now the Zealots will get into action as this army leaves and goes into the open space, but now it's just Zealots. And of course, at this point, there's a lot of army anyway from the Terran player. As you can see that these Zealots just continue to melt. A couple of Archons will continue to chase, and they'll continue to hunt down. Obviously, the Bioforce will be able to just peel away back into the natural, into the choke points where you're going to be that little bit more, safely set up, a little bit better off just in general. +2 armor's about to finish. These Cyclones are still firing through. A couple of these probes are still being knocked down. Another couple of Zealots keep on warping in. And to just have the Ghost coming up, the +1 armor coming in, Widow Mines and so on building too. Obviously, our Terran player is finally going to be able to feel confident enough to move towards his own third base. With a 20 army supply lead, it definitely looks good for Kua at the start of this series. But, we'll see. It's just a best of 5. There's a ways to go. But definitely looking Kira like Kira's the favorite player for the moment here. As again, Storm will be finishing shortly. A couple more Ghosts coming out. You have the Bio still trying to strike over on the right side warp gates. Again, Zealots and Archons coming around the left as well, ready for a push onto this third base. The Marines rejoin again. The few SCVs are going to gather back over. A couple more depots will drop into position. Going to get those in place right now. Here come the Zealots, the Stalkers, the Archons making a bit of a push, making a play. Impy goes down, landing on that army, obviously softening it up. One feedback comes through, so the Ghost gets hit. And we're going to stim up here. Zealot's going to start charging forwards. Another feedback, goes down. A lot of these Zealots are still taking a lot of damage, so a lot of hits going through here. The Ghost coming through as well. herO is absolutely rocking this. 120 to 60 supply. Well, we kind of knew that that was probably inevitable based on the fact that herO had just a horrendous fight. I almost have to look at it again, guys. Like, I just almost have to... Like, I get it. He's on 2 bases. He obviously feels committed. He obviously wants to commit. But when he first fights through, he has 9 zealots. Is this it now? It's not just that he has 9 zealots. It's that 3 of his zealots are over here. Like, I actually think this would be scary if he had more zealots, right? Like, if he actually had, like, 2 more warpins as zealots, but then... Yeah. I mean, I don't know if he just really did not feel as though there was going to be that much bio there. Yeah, that was just probably one of the worst fights he could have taken. Making the WardiTV tournaments happen. In the bottom right corner, taking the first game, it is going to be our blue Terran player, herO. Battles against the red Protoss in the top left from Dragon. Heisey Gaming, we have herO. Oh, log Q, also on the 1,000 bits. Thank you so much for the hype train support. On our way to level 2, baby. Let's go. Thank you so much for the 1,000 bits. Thank you for all the gifted subs. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for tuning in today. Viewership has been through the roof. I know it's the second to last day of our championship, but yeah, maybe expect to be higher. It's obviously still nice to actually see people showing up, enjoying the games, enjoying the matches between some top-tier players with some serious cash on the line to be won. Hell yeah. Whoa, D-Mungy, thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs as well. Okay, let me follow a probe or something. No, nobody's scouring. Okay, we'll watch this gateway just while I scroll up here and say thank you so much for gifting subs out to Top Dog 123, Wyawaska, Bingaz22, Gubbins SC, Faith, Guggers FL, Captain Buggers Not, Smoke Jam, Malibu 4200, and Ortinko. Apparently, I really struggle to read today. Names are harder than usual. Thank you so much, Damungi, for the 10 gifted subs. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. The hype continues as we get into game number 2, looking for herO to make a comeback or herO to take a 2-0 lead. To be fair, all of the 2-0 leads, or most of the 2-0 leads today have turned into some crazy turnarounds. At least the last few series have been. The earlier ones were a couple of 3-1s and stuff, but something to think of. Hell yeah, thank you so much for the support, guys. Thank you. Am I gonna try Palworld? Hey, I don't have time to play games. I cast StarCraft. I'm trying to learn these other RTS games as well. I ain't got time to jump into Pokemon with guns. You know? Reaper is gonna fight against the Zealot, so Zealot's gonna take a few shots. Reaper firing away. Chipping away. You're going to see another Reaper showing up. He's going to get a lot of damage off on that Zealot. Takes a lot of hits. As going to see our Twilight Council coming through is about halfway done. Adept is about to finish the Warp Gate halfway through as well. And we just have our Cyclone about to finish also. So get that Cyclone completed in the next couple of moments. That sounds a lot like, yes, I've tried it. No, I've not tried it. Someone asked me about it the other day and I never heard about it before. I looked it up, and then it's been all over, like, the gaming news and stuff, right? Because it kind of showed up out of nowhere, and people seem to think it's actually kind of okay. More WoW soon? No, I don't play WoW anymore. I quit. got a little bit too hectic with ESL regionals coming up and everything, so I quit, and I don't have the urge to go back, so I don't play WoW anymore either. That's serious, guys. I'm just a StarCraft RTS fanatic. And then brackets in small print and RuneScape. We don't talk about the RuneScape addiction, no? Zealot coming down the left side. We do just get set up in general. Obviously, first few moments here, not too crazy. At least I make you guys go, wow. Thank you. Make me blush. That's going to be the blink opening from herO here. As a couple gates are out. Just going to be seeing the 2 Reapers, the Cyclone. Looking for a bit of a push to the front, but against a non-Stargate build, I'd be surprised if this found anything, especially with a battery, a wall off, etc. I'll see if the Widow Mine drop can maybe flank herO not watching, but the Stalker's moving position. Can't imagine the probe micro would be that lacking here. As we are going to see one shot. Okay, we get 3 probes, which is arguably one more than you'd expect. Medevac evacuates. We actually do take the pylon down, so everything dealing with the mine drop does allow the pylon to be denied, and that's a depowered gate and a slowed down blink upgrade, which means you're then going to be slower to charge afterwards as well. So, I mean, pretty good from Cure. You take those. Not game ending, but it may be game altering, because it kind of does change a little bit of maybe the timings you can actually look to utilize here as herO. With only, well, he's on 3 gateways. I'm not sure how aggressive he wanted to be. If he wanted to be very aggressive, that would definitely be out the window a little bit now. As you see, this Reaper is going to try and drive into the natural for further information. The Stalkers are there, the Reaper will get picked, and the Temple Archives will go down on the natural as well, so we get that into place. And the Stalker's still coming around. Extra racks coming through, the refinery's coming up, SCV's building. Charge coming through on the side of herO. Prism, also in production, just going to be seeing ourselves. The army continue to head down the bottom side as Raven moving back around as well. Stalkers gathering, Prism coming through, Charge and Temple Archives coming up. Building on the starboard, and again we just see our Stalker waddling around on the left side a little bit. Gonna see the Nexus going down on the 3rd base, and the Prism continues across the map, so 2 High Templar actually gonna try and maybe Storm drop a little here as herO finds his first opportunity aggressively. Widow Mine drop gets burrowed! Okay, actually good reaction from herO. He was aware, he pulled the probe as necessary, and he minimized his damage taken on that one, so that does not go too badly. Well, a few Stalkers still just chilling out. We see Stimback Combat Shield and the +1 all coming through. The Raven has been kind of poking around and trying to see if it can find an opening or so at any moment or at any point. Not really so far. Obviously, just kind of building up energy, so we'll try and utilize that at some stage. Still this Medevac on the upper left side. And just locked into this top corner. And the Stalkers to the bottom, Stalkers to the right. It doesn't really have anywhere good to go right now, so this Medevac will stay very much so stuck at the moment. Oh. I missed the Storm drop. I talked about it, I built up to it, we missed it. You know what? Great Wardy observing. 10 out of 10. You know, I just keep you guys guessing. How good did that Storm drop look? How quick was Cure's response? Yeah, you just have to keep watching for the next one. Oh, we need a Widow Mine shot there. That's not so pretty. So we do get 8 SCVs. That's obviously pretty darn decent, as we do have on the top side a couple auto turrets coming down for a handful of probes. 4 workers being dropped. High Templar there helping through. Raven still in the upper corner for cluster shells. Ghost Academy all building as the Medevacs will load, and we're going to take these units out across the far left corner, or far left side of the map, so away they will go for a little bit as well. And you have another scan dropping down on the 3rd base. A couple High Templars coming through, the Zealot gets warped in, the Medevacs come back across. Stalkers at the front trying to poke on forward. Just going to try and see a bit more of what's happening. And yeah, Bio units all gathering up, a couple of Widow Mines coming through. The Orbital Command is just going to go to the south onto the 3rd base. Beautiful. That army of Cure. It's his way around a little bit. Is going to find a Stalker out on the center. We still see the rest of this Bio going to come about, pick up that Stalker too. About a 7 worker lead, about the amount of workers that you killed with that Storm drop is what herO has in his favor at the moment, so setting up there. The Robobay coming through, the +1 coming up. The Bio units coming around also. Those additional ghosts just about to be finishing. A couple more of them going to the low ground. And everything regathering. Medevac's doing some healing. Bio stands strong, fights away. A couple shots go out. The Zealots will be trying to come through this right side now as Widow Mine shot connects, and we do get rid of a couple of those Zealots. The Bio able to come through there and shut that down as well. Storm drops again. This time not as effective though, so this time when we missed them, we didn't miss much. 200 IQ. Again, the additional Ghost is coming out, though, and that is going to be a much more powerful army. But hero's also on his way to this Colossi, so he's going to have multiple options when it comes to his splash damage here. He's not just going to be locked in on one single thing either, as we do have the army of Cure starting to move forwards. With the Ghost in tow, again, obviously very powerful to have. But kind of necessary, you know, if your opponent goes for Storm quickly, you can get these Ghosts more quickly anyways. Don't let that Prism fly into the Marines and the Ghost. That would be very bad. But yeah, you can get Ghosts, because by now you would usually be kind of figuring out a response to the Colossi. If it's not Colossi, then like I say, you can afford to get the Ghost instead, as we do drop a bunch of feedbacks here. Feedbacks versus EMPs, well, it doesn't mean we're missing some High Templar energy, but there is another High Templar. It drops off an initial Storm, and as Kira tries to attack forwards, it does look as though here with the Super Battery in tow is at least going to push him back a little. A couple extra stack defense units coming through. Kira's army's massive, though. 40 army supply ahead, 35 now as the warping comes through, but the numbers are there for Kira. But again, with the stacked defense and everything in place, it's just very difficult to actually break into that location. Now Super Battery's on cooldown, though. Maybe there's something more of a chance. There's also still just a ton of High Templar and a lot of Storms available. I just got a pop-up, guys. I do not know where that was from. Sorry, that just froze up my entire computer. Just something was like, hey, would you like to accept this update? And I'm like, not in the middle of my stream. Just a wild guess. Probably not right now. Please no. Maybe in like another 7 hours when we're done. Oh, yeah, all right. Stalker's blinking down the bottom. A tank goes down. Oh no! Huge storm. Couple of storms. Another storm. Oh my goodness. 16 SCVs going down. The storms were just insane. herO moments ago was not exactly in the hottest of spots. Like his army supply special. It's like, well, maybe defensively you'd be okay, but this was a ridiculous fight across the map. I did not see herO being able to wander across here and take a fight like this one. But obviously, Kira just sits in storm after storm. That's going to open the opportunity for it to happen. And here we are now with this Protoss force still fighting. Another storm comes in. The SCVs are pulled. I don't think herO has enough to really push through right now. Even with these Zealots showing up, I mean, he's running out of splash damage. But I mean, he did a lot. 17 more workers have fallen here. And he's going to be over double the worker count. So as they actually target fire down into the medevac before we get out as well. We're even going to see the Raven coming back through. We did not finish that off, but herO completely turns this game on its head. And Q are going to be in a little bit more trouble now. A couple Stalker shots denied as the medevacs come catching up. Low HP, out of energy, man. Q's medevacs have been working overtime this game. They are not looking too pretty, are they? Is this where Caduceus Reactor would be good? Hard to get Caduceus Reactor 12 minutes in the game, but yeah, those medevacs are drained, man. They have been having a tough time of it. As now we rebuild Colossi, and well, that means your splash damage is going to come back online. There's not really an immediate response to them. This is actually just bio medevac. There's no tech at all. 2 Vikings and a Raven. Not even a Ghost in the mix, though. We have a couple of Ghosts on the way. We have 1 Ghost on the map right now. Anti-armor missile will make you skeptical about taking a fight here as herO, so may keep you away and allow this 5th base to be denied. Base 5 becomes awkward on Golden Nora. After 4 bases are very easy and nice to take, this base is really kind of out there in comparison. This base is kind of just very far away from that base too, so like you really go from being very compact on this map to really drawn out very suddenly. And that is maybe what Kia can try and utilize there, although the 60 supply advantage may suggest that it doesn't matter, as herO is coming across the map once again right now and is already pressing his way to the bottom right. So across we go. Units still collecting together, a couple of Vikings and a Raven hanging around. The rest of this army of herO back over to the left. As a few Disruptors continue up, +3 attack and +1 armor coming through. More Disruptors on the way with the Stalkers pressing upwards. Going to take position onto the high ground for a moment, but there's no base here. So he's going to back away and look elsewhere. Whilst that shot's coming through, we are going to have Disruptor shot trying to land. Obviously the bio split is decent from Cure, but there's a lot more to be done than that if you want to continue to survive in this game. And we go back and forth for a few moments. We see our Marine Marauder coming up, +2 armor building on the Forge as well. And the rest of this army from herO coming through once again. Disruptor shot. Oh my god, got 18 SCVs. He actually just got every SCV with the Disruptor. He was going to win the fight anyway, so it's kind of just the most exciting thing to look at. That was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. Jeez. Is that second lunch or first dinner? It's my evening meal. We call it tea from where I'm from in the UK. And it's not like a cup of tea, but like it's what you would call dinner, or what most people call dinner. Bottom left, our SCV leaves to go build a depot from Cure. Our blue Terran player is in the top right hand side. Our red Protoss from Dragon Kaiser Gaming. It is herO. Alcyone. This third map. Hope just checking for nearby proxies. That's about the extent of the scout and herO feels he needs to do here on Alcyone. As though he'll then pop the Nexus down. He might still scout across the map after this, but we just wanted to know immediately. Hey, is there proxy in the more common locations? If there is, maybe I do something about it straight away. If there's not, then I just drop the expansion. And maybe you scout with this probe, like I say, afterwards anyway. Orbital comes in, CC on the low ground. Nobody doing anything too wild just yet. As the Marine and Adept continue through, the Adept coming and boosting out of this main base. And the Reaper Cure is actually going to go venture across a little bit. Nexus finishing soon. Stargate will begin. That's Stargate. Another Adept just moving out onto the map. A little bit of a journey to the other side. For the moment. Well, Bunker is going to be there to keep this Adept held off for the moment. All Marines coming around, and Adept is just going to go patrolling. And Cyclone, the Star Portal coming through, and that all built. The Adept continue to patrol for a little bit. You just see the Adept coming through the center. Gonna take the Watchtown. A Hellion, a couple of Marines coming around, the other Adept. Just taking some damage once again here. There's an Adept going down, but the other Adepts are here and trying to capitalize. Jumping on these Marines. Really do the Cyclone right now to help just a bit of extra DPS on these Adepts. They shade into the main, but there's no units here for the Terran. They were all out the front, so you can see the SCV pull as a response. We're going to clean the Adepts up, but it pulls the units back a second. It does get the SCVs pulled off the lines. It was okay, right? Like, we killed enough units here, I think, as herO to justify this. He's obviously buying himself time for the Phoenix counter build, the first defensive Immortal to come out. That's one of the main things, the defensive Immortal. Once that's available too, you don't really mind what comes across the map, but if anything hits you before then, it can be that little bit scarier, so the additional preparation time you gain by harassing with these Adepts is much valued. Cyclone locks on. Pylon taking some damage. The Phoenix will be chasing. Actually going to lift up both of these Cyclones. We do have them taking a lot of damage. The Immortal there, able to take steps forward. Never mind being a defensive Immortal. They'll get aggressive too. One of the Phoenix going down. The other one just about surviving though. That's going to be able to get away as the medevac gets chased. Go over to the sides. Let's picks off a medevac. Couple Marines are going to be going down. Probe Bay coming up. A couple barracks coming through. Engineering base. Also in production, so we get all of that on the way through. We'll just have an adept moving to the bottom left. Raven halfway done, interference matrix being built. And the bunker at the front there, and the extra barracks all coming through as well. Single adept still trying to move on forward for a couple of moments. Yes, we'll continue down to the south, move into the main base. That are good to deflect those Phoenix, and the Phoenix will just fall back for the moment then. One more upgrades and combat shield on the way through from Kira, and that's obviously going to give him much better, much more comfortable setup here in general, so we'll be aiming for that bio there, just to push the Phoenix back as well. As the bio sets up, we are going to be seeing, we're looking for a little bit of a push up. Phoenix going to dive in. Tank going to take a couple shots. Matrix goes down, so the Colossus is not damaging right now. The Immortals need to get on top of that siege tank. Any splash damage from that doesn't get denied quickly is going to be a problem. Everything dies by the Phoenix and one Colossus. You kill 3 SCVs. It's obviously the army supply going down. Resources lost is actually terrible for Kira, though. But these Phoenix will continue to, well, sit tight. The Raven's all gone as well, so no more spellcasting from those for future fights. But can we actually get enough up to muster another fight here from herO? I'd be kind of shocked if he just attacked into that position again and he just started to look around instead for a couple of pickoffs, some SCVs. One more missile turret fires away. We see everything joining together. Ghost Academy coming up. Tank and medevac continuing through. Rest of that bio army still just setting up here as our Phoenix move about. We have a fourth base coming in from here on the 12 o'clock. The Phoenix going to make their way all the way around the bottom and into this main base. And a moment or two as well, so in they go. Tank gets picked off, and it's going to be seeing these Colossi still here. herO really keeping this aggressive position set up. But he dives in. Surprised he didn't lift up this siege tank down to the bottom side with the Phoenix. There's a missile turret that's actually going to put out a lot of damage during this fight. This tank that gets dropped down now falls. The SCVs get blasted by the Colossi. herO again is maintaining his tech units throughout this, and that's where the resources loss difference is coming through, because herO's not losing anything expensive. He's very much so just losing throwaway units like Zealot Warpins. As we dive in once again, 18 SCVs going down, the Phoenix still fighting. You see the medevacs here, going to be taken down as well. Colossi still trading away. We are going to go diving through, though. Those Colossi drop, the sentries and the Stalkers taking damage as well. And Kira is going to find a full cleanup, and that's a massive cleanup as well. Massive cleanup. Bio jumps back onto this pylon warp gate, taking damage. Link and the +1 armor coming through. A few additional probes are on the way. Bio in the center just holding out. I mean, hero's got some rebuild time. He's up 30 workers, but he just needs the time to rebuild because he needs 30 workers to do a lot of mining to make up for the army that he's currently missing. Bio comes over. A couple of these Zealots going to get picked away at, so we chase those down. Yeah, and this army just continues up to the upper right-hand side. In we go. A couple of those Stalkers going to get hit straight away. Continue to aim towards the upper right here, and we start to push forward. Pylon can take a few shots. There we go. The Zealots continue through. Colossi are just going to jump on the tanks from afar. The Zealots are absolutely acting as the buffer they need to. One of the medevacs getting hunted down by the Stalkers as well. Make that a double kill for the Stalkers against the medevacs chasing forwards. How far do you go against that siege tank that is set up? You don't want to go too far too quickly. As this army comes through. Whoa, now they have that tank, but the medevac evacuation is on point today. Great service. Rated 5 stars from TripAdvisor. Thrill of a lifetime, said some. I think all the bad reviews didn't make it back home, though, so probably doesn't count. We do see the Zealots are going to charge forwards. A couple of Colossi are going to busy themselves on the siege tank, which is not ideal. I mean, it's good to get rid of the tank, but you kind of want those to be focused on the bio units. I'm going to go back to the left side. Kyo has a 4th base coming up beyond all this. hero's on 5 bases, too. It's been a very aggressive game, and yet these two have expanded throughout it. As Hero, though, says he cannot survive this. This army is not good enough, and that will be GG's. We are going to Game 4 with heroR up 2-1 in this best of... Here we go, though. Into the action. And you know it's going to be a good game. You know why, guys? You know why this Game 4 is going to be excellent? Because we have been blessed in the bottom right-hand side with an Ellie! The golden retriever in the golden colors. It is Ellie here for map number 4 of this best of 5. She's happy. She's excited. She feels like this is a good one. Hopefully you guys too as well. As we have, actually, in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, though, will be the blue Terran player. This is Kyo. In the top left, I read Protoss from Dragon Kaiser. It is heroR, obviously Kyo from Team Liquid. Player cams. Yes, guys, player cams. Ellie is officially going to take over playing for the Protoss. On hours of analysis, she decided that Protoss was the easiest to attack with. And she's a very aggressive dog. As you can see, vicious at times, honestly. She decided Protoss was the race for her. Max Pack's face reveal. Alrighty, we do see a real talk probe scout this time around from heroR. Hasn't been scouting ever in games, so scouts here on Oceanborn. Probs is a base down. As you do see, the CC obviously not coming yet from Kyo. He's going to go factory before he expands. And so we'll have a little bit more of an aggressive setup. We will recall away that probe, which is obviously stuck in the main base. Not stuck any longer, though. Easy fix. Next coming through, Depth going in. You do see the Reaper of Kyo going to the upper left-hand side. As we're about to finish, CC coming up. Now Stargate is building on the side of heroR. We have that Adept just chilling up on the high ground. I'm just going to be seeing the Nexus coming through on the natural. Adept will shade on through. Away we go. Just out down to the low ground, as you can see. And onto the map as this Reaper. Just heading to the top again. A couple probes coming through. The Hellion about to finish up. Starport about halfway done. And the two Reapers together from Kyo are going to turn back around to the bottom. So away they go. And I'm just going to use these as a try and attempt to catch on the Adept. The Adept is stuck here, so it's just going to do as much damage as it can. Any of these units that go low is nice. It would have been really nice to kill the Hellion, but the hit show the numbers don't add up for it. But am I going to burrow? And you see a couple of, well, the Hellion and the Reaper together. He's going to go through. The Adept still taking damage. Adept just getting away there. Robo facility still coming up. The extra probes coming through. The Phoenix is building. That warp gate is not far from being done either as the Adept continues to shade on by. So back up to the top. Away we go. Let's have ourselves the Cyclone about to finish. The Orbital Command halfway done. Widow Mine comes back to the natural, and it is the Medevac still from Cure to move on through to the upper side and see a little bit more of what's going on. Viking and the Cyclone all coming through. The SCV's halfway done. This Phoenix just going to make their way around into the middle of the map, and again we have another Viking and Cyclone continuing through. The couple of Marines coming in. And Phoenix come wandering about, just going to be seeing the Robo Bay in the second. Robo Bay and the first Immortal coming through. And the army here from Kyo just heading around in the center. The couple Phoenix are coming around. They're going to make their way to the right. Marines. Well, first one going to get lifted. A second one lifted as well. And then Senegal comes down out the front. Just going to be seeing a couple Cyclones firing away. Widow Mine still set there. There's Adept's just going to try and shade forward. There is the Widow Mine that's going to be spinning away. Wow, 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 whoa, 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 whoa. That was freaking frisbee. My goodness, that was fun, wasn't it? All right, well, just going to be seeing the Cyclones getting lifted again up into the skies. Marine's going to try and go after the Phoenix here. Well, the Phoenix going down. A third Phoenix going to go down. Whoa, horrible fight for herO, losing pretty much everything. The Immortal is going to get locked onto by the Cyclone. We're going to try and escape away. The Immortal surely doesn't get away with this. He does turn, kills the Cyclone at least. A lot of troop units traded out right there. Horrible for herO. Double resources lost for him. And I do see the Raven finishing up shortly. Interference Matrix still coming through. A couple Stalkers chase back. One probe already gets dropped. The Stalkers and the Colossus will be here to fight away once again. The Vikings lift into the skies. Then we'll look to fight as well for a couple moments. Nexus coming down on the third base as herO just got to try and get there. The Colossus will be good against the Marines and pretty much everything that's left. There's one Viking, but the Stalker would fight that. And so herO will live, but a pretty chaotic affair, to say the least. Again, Raven coming through. Stimpack coming up. We got ourselves a couple more barracks coming in. Twilight and the Forge coming in as well. We do have our engineering base still coming by with the extra barracks coming up also. Still have the additional racks coming through for the moment as we just see the tank, the bio, the Ravens all gathering up together. The Vikings still sat up there. Everything else is still coming through. And you just see again the 1-1 upgrades. The Stimpack continuing in for the moment. Charge is just coming up also. And again, the Phoenix and the Colossus also coming in. Our Stalkers and Colossi will fire through for the moment. Phoenix is going to be firing up. I'm just going to see that Raven taking some damage. The army of herO continues to pull back a little bit. It's going to reset back over here. Again, Colossi firing. Just going to be seeing the tank is shooting as well. Marauder's taking damage, and again, still seeing Stimpack combat 1-1. All of that coming through. The charge and the +1 attack continuing up, and the Disruptor still on the way out. The Robo facility. And you have extra gates all building. As again, the grids continue by. Just going to be seeing the Colossi coming up. The Depot will already take damage. So it's going to be taking a lot of hits here. Another tank in a siege. Just going to be seeing the Bioforce still coming through. Phoenix will continue around as well, so just going to see the Phoenix coming by. A couple of Marines will be picked away at. Just going to see the Phoenix lifting up that Marauder. As we do see another Zealot coming by. I'm just going to be seeing the gateway again finished up, so that will continue through as well. I'm just going to be seeing the, again, +1 extended thermal lance all coming in. The Phoenix got chased away. The missile turret is there to push those Phoenix back, so away to the sides we go. And again, everything else joining back up together. Marine Marauder still coming through. We are going to go dodging forwards. Just going to see one tank already getting picked up. Another tank getting lifted as well. Disruptor gets hit by the Interference Matrix. We do see our Colossi absolutely trying to push through here for herO. Kira pulling the SCVs to survive. Can herO keep those Colossi alive? That's really what helped him out in the previous game, keeping the tech units alive every time. Able to do that through and through. Again, a few more Marines, Marauders all still coming up as we have the army wants to come in from the top side once again. So in we go. A couple of tanks just going to be getting lifted. Disruptor shot comes by. The bio going to get struck once again. Another tank then picked away at 12 SCVs going down. Make it 13. herO's doing worker damage, but he's still struggling with army. Again, it's these three Colossi. 19 kills, 12 kills, and 14. They have been absolutely fantastic thus far. Still just going to be seeing the Colossi, Zealots, and the Stalkers again continue to gather up. We still see our Disruptor and +1 armor coming through, the Blink coming in. Again, the extra sentries coming through too. That Disruptor just coming forward, so we're just going to be seeing more Marauders and the Marines is going to get picked up as well. Again, extra Zealots warping through as we just have the rest of this army coming back around the right side. Vikings coming over, going to nab the Observer. And again, 2-2 upgrades still coming up as well. Everything else from herO. Continue around. Disruptor shot still coming through. Sensor Tower still gets set up. And Zealots continue to set. We do see the few extra barracks coming through. 2-2 upgrades on the way. The extra ghosts coming up as well. Again, the Zealots just chilling. We do have one more Zealot just peeling back as well. Just getting back to the center of the map. So, back to the center. Bio will come through. Pylon will get dropped. Again, the additional ghost all building up here from Kua. So you can get to the next stage of this game. With the extra Vikings, the ghosts, and the barracks all building. We have ourselves the +2 attack and the Blink coming through. Disruptor on the way as well. A little bit of everything coming up right now as our bio will dive on in. Zealots will get jumped on. So yeah, just going to be grabbing those. A couple more High Templars coming through. Again, extra gateways coming up. As Bioforce of Kua back around into the center. Just for a little bit. We're going to get back over here. First Zealot is already going to get dropped. The rest of this army coming through. Army continues to chase. Again, the Zealots going after that Bioforce. Just going to be seeing +2 attack. The Disruptor coming through. The extra Stalkers coming in. Vikings and a few Marauders continue by as well. The 2-2 is, again, about to finish up here on the side of Kua, which means he will have a good upgrade lead, although he's fighting into this before 2-2 is done. We're 10-ish seconds away from that being finished. See those few Stalkers taking the steps forward, just going to go back and forth with this for the moment. Again, the Disruptor, the High Templar, the +2 attack coming by. His army going to pop the Guardian Shield. We blink on through. Stalker's going to come on in. Zealots are going to go chasing down. The tanks are getting knocked away. Our Disruptor shots flying. There's a line of Disruptors through the center of that here as Kira is going to try and fight back up the left. It's going to be seeing the Stalker force getting shoved away during this as well. Again, just seeing our Stalkers continue to go after the Vikings. And again, we've got +2 attack coming in. Another Disruptor on the way. Bio is continuing to come through. A couple Stalkers and the Archon. That's going to go through as well. And this is going to be Kua continue to chase down. Disruptor shot fires. Bio is going to catch on that Disruptor. I'm just going to be seeing our Stalker Zealot force back up around the top side. Still seeing Kua coming over to the right, just going to take out this pylon. Another Disruptor tries to fire through. Again, a few more Vikings coming up, +3 attack coming in. Disruptor shot firing once again, connecting once more here. Going to be seeing the gateways. Forces are just going to go chasing. Ghosts are coming through. Stalker's going to blink up. And he's just going to be seeing this army getting chased down. And as you see, the disruptors just going to come through. A couple more disruptor shots coming through. The bio army getting wiped out. And herO continues down the right-hand side. Rest of this army from QA still coming back around. A couple sentries. Disruptors continue to come about. Bio Force just going to sit tight for the moment. Disruptor going to go down. Another Zealot picked off. And again, everything else here from QA still gathering together. Orbital will lift and back away. As you're seeing, the Colossus shots coming through still. This base, this fourth, not allowed to be mined from. And here's herO that's now established a pretty substantial lead. Knocks down the base as he goes. And this feels very good for our Protoss. Up 2-1 in the series. And looking as though he will move to the top 6 to give us our second Protoss player in the top 6 of the competition. Tomorrow is lining up to be a very good day as disruptor shots fly. And they will just keep clipping this bio army that QA cannot really afford to lose much more of. Again, Zealots and Colossi continue to come about. And a couple more shots, another disruptor firing through. SCVs and Marines regathering as well. +3 attack is about to be completed from QA. Will that be enough to save him here? He had an upgrade advantage at one point, but it just hasn't mattered with the disruptor shots firing through. And there's herO. And what a really fun game where just so many fights took place. I think that especially is what you don't always see in this matchup. The Protoss just so aggressive with all the fights, but that's just herO in his nature. As that disruptor killed probably as many Zealots as it did bio units on the top side of the battle, but you know what? Don't think it matters. herO has got almost double the army supply, and he's got the GG to take game number 4. He will take this down, and that is going to be victory